What could you buy in 1983? The introduction of the new 12-sided pound coin now marks the end of 30 years of the round pound, which first entered circulation in April 1983. Based on the annual inflation of the retail price index, a single pound in 1983 is the equivalent of £3.25 today. Here, we look at what a £1 coin could have bought you in 1983, and what it buys now. 18 eggs. In 1983, a single £1 coin would have been enough to buy 18 eggs, compared to just 6 today. The price of a dozen eggs was 68p in 1983, compared to £2.08 today, meaning eggs have experienced price inflation of 206% over the period. Fact. In 1988, ever-controversial Health Minister Edwina Currie sparked a backlash after claiming that most of Britain's eggs were infected with salmonella. Sales fell dramatically, and she was forced to resign. 2.7 litres of diesel. In 1983, £1 would have bought 2.7 litres of diesel, enough to power a modern Ford Fiesta for 45 miles. Today, that same £1 coin would only be enough for 0.9 litres, or 15 miles, of diesel. The price inflation totals 197%. Fact. A 3-litre Mercedes turbo diesel engine in the 1980s produced around 120 horsepower. Today, a 2-litre turbo diesel engine from Mercedes can produce nearly 200 horsepower. A pint of beer. In 1987, ONS data going back to 1983 for beer was not available. A pound coin would have bought 1.1 pints of draft lager. In 2016, the same pound coin would only have bought 0.3 pints. The price increase over the time period is 274%, and would be even higher going all the way back to 1983. Fact. The UK has lost more than 20,000 pubs since 1980, according to the Institute of Economic Affairs. 2 loaves of bread, and change. Today, a £1 coin will buy you a single 800 grams loaf of sliced bread. In 1983, however, the same loaf cost 38p, and a single pound could have bought 2, with enough change to buy a pint of milk. The total price increase equates to 163%. Fact. The Chorleywood process for making white sliced loaves was introduced in 1961, and now accounts for 80% of the bread consumed in the UK. 300 grams of lamb. Lamb loin has always been expensive. A £1 coin in 1983 would have bought 300 grams. Today, however, that same coin would only buy 100 grams, due to a total price rise of 237%. Fact. The average person in the UK eats 1.9 kilograms of lamb a year, according to the National Sheep Association, and the UK is home to 25% of all sheep in Europe. 2 kilos of sugar. Sugar is one foodstuff that has seen a surprising lack of price increase since 1983. In 1983, a pound would have bought 2.1 kilograms of sugar, compared to 1.6 kilograms in 2016. This equates to 32% price growth, well behind the general rate of inflation over the past 30 years. Fact. Famous British sugar producer Tate & Lyle actually sold its sugar division in 2010. Investors failed to realize this when George Osborne announced a sugar tax last year, and Tate & Lyle's share price tumbled before recovering. 5 pints of milk. In 1983, a pint of milk cost 21p, meaning a pound coin would be enough to fuel a family's breakfast for a week. The price of a pint of milk in 2016 was 43p on average. Fact. There are still a few thousand milkmen operating in the UK, but doorstep milk sales now account for just 2.8% of all milk bought in the UK, down from 89% in 1980 according to Dairy UK. 1.5 kilos of apples. In 1983, a pound would have paid for a kilo of apples costing 66p, with enough left to buy a kilo of onions costing 34p. By 2016, the price had inflated by 197%, meaning the same pound coin would only buy half a kilo of apples. Fact. In the 1980s, the price of apples and other fruit was highly seasonal, due to fewer imports from overseas. The price in 1983 ranged from 50p to 80p per kilo. 9 sausages. A single pound coin in 1983 would have paid for 600 grams of sausages. Compared to 200 grams in 2016, the price rose from £1.62 to £4.57 per kilo according to the ONS. That equates to a 182% increase. Fact: sausages were first divided into links in Britain during the reign of King Charles I. 14 cigarettes. In 1987, as far back as ONS data was available, a 20-pack of king-size cigarettes cost £1.43, meaning a pound coin would have only just fallen short. By 2016, the price rose to £9.30, a total increase of 550%, more than any other item on this list. A pound now barely covers a tenth of a pack. Fact: in 1983, around 35% of adults in Great Britain smoked, compared to fewer than 17% today.